For the longest time, we've had a lot of different choices when it comes to playing Xbox games, different console sizes like the Series X, the Series S, but now we've got something super small known as the Amazon Fire TV Stick. What's going on, everybody? It's ETAPRIME back here again. Today we're going to be checking out some Xbox cloud gaming on the Amazon Fire TV Stick 4K Max. This also works on the 2023 version of the 4K stick, and this is a bit different than we used to use when side-loading the Xbox cloud gaming application. With this, we get the full screen TV interface, so it does look much different, and I do want to give you kind of a comparison here. Personally, I think the interface is much nicer. It definitely looks much cleaner on a bigger screen, and in my experience, even the gameplay picture quality has been improved a little bit with this version of the app. But real quick, I'll show you the old one that we used to sideload, and you can still do this. Works with the controller, Amazon Fire TV Remote works with it, but this is basically the version for a phone or a tablet. So everything is kind of scaled up a bit. Personally, I don't like the way it looks on a big screen. Some of these images are more compressed than I'd like because they're really made for a smaller screen. But with this new version, it definitely looks a lot better, and in my experience, it does perform a bit better. Even gameplay quality seems to be up just a bit here. And this is actually known as Xbox. It's not Game Pass, it's not Xbox Cloud Gaming from the Amazon Fire TV App Store. It's going to be known as Xbox. And it looks a little something like this. So very streamlined. I personally love the way this looks. Having the phone app installed on your big screen just really kind of wasn't great for navigation. But this does work out really well for the Amazon Fire TV remote or game controller. So I've actually got a Scuff Xbox controller connected over Bluetooth right now to the Fire TV stick. And we can actually navigate the full Amazon Fire operating system using a controller. So you wouldn't even need to pick up the Fire TV remote. You could just use your Xbox controller. And yeah, one of the main things here when it comes to cloud gaming is a decent internet connection. I've got a pretty good connection where I am right now. And since I'm using that Fire Stick 4K Max, the 2023 version, we do have Wi-Fi 6E built in. It's MIMO Wi-Fi, so it's actually much more stable. You could actually get away doing cloud gaming with Wi-Fi 5 just fine, but having that super stable connection is really where it's at. And I do believe they sell an Ethernet adapter for the Fire Stick. I did try this on the 3rd gen Fire Q, but it's running Fire OS 7, so I actually can't get access to this right now. If I ever get it working, I will show it off. But when it comes down to it, Microsoft and Amazon are kind of really pushing this on the Fire Stick brand. And keep in mind, Prime Day is coming up really soon. I'll leave a link in the description to where you can pick one of these up. But if you want to hold out a while, I'm sure there's going to be some steep discounts on the Fire Stick brand. And to tell you the truth, I would just go with the 4K Max. You could go with the Ultra if you want to, but we've got that Wi-Fi 6E, and in my opinion, it's just going to be the best choice. Now, when it comes to overall settings inside of this new app, there's actually not much that we can change when it comes to performance. But keep in mind, with a lot of the newer AAA games hitting Xbox, inside of the game settings, there's a performance mode and a quality mode. I would highly suggest going to performance mode. Now, it could just be a placebo effect, but with something like Forza Horizon 5 in quality mode while cloud gaming with it, it seems like I have a little more latency. So I've been setting it to performance mode inside of each game that allows me to do so. And yeah, I've been having a pretty good experience with this. Of course, cloud gaming isn't perfect. It's really going to kind of depend on how well their servers are working at the time and your internet connection. And just to give you an idea here, I'm going to go into the settings and show you exactly what I'm talking about with that quality and performance. So this is in performance mode right now, and you will have to reboot the game when you switch it over. But once we press start on the controller, we can go to settings. We're going to move to display, and right here at the top, in performance mode, but there's also a quality mode. Again, it might just be me, but it really does feel like I have less latency in performance mode, which is a bit odd because this is now running at 60 FPS on their server as opposed to 30, which should make it look a little better in quality mode. But since we're cloud gaming here, I really can't tell much of a difference between the two when it comes to visual fidelity. Overall, I've actually been having a pretty decent time here, and with a fast-paced game like this, yeah, playing it on the Xbox, or, in my opinion, playing it on PC with zero latency, having a USB controller plugged in would be the way to go. But if this is all you have, you could definitely get by playing it just like this on the Fire Stick. Here's Fortnite, and this is a game I personally don't play. I was actually surprised going into this, trying to get into something, like we are in right now. With the Metallica collab, I guess that's what's going on right now. They tried to make me play like Guitar Hero a few times with different modes I tried to go to. So I just went to like a custom map here. But yeah, I mean, playing through this really isn't that bad. And again, people will run into latency, and I think that's going to be the biggest issue for a lot of people out there. Unfortunately, with the way everything's set up with Xbox Cloud Gaming right now, there's really no way around it. Amazon Luna and even Google Stadia actually had a really good solution. Their controllers actually supported Wi-Fi, so your controller would connect to the server instead of, let's say, the Amazon Fire Stick, therefore sending the inputs right there along with the game being sent to you, which does cut down on latency quite a bit, so I'm hoping to see something like that from Xbox in the future. Fighting games over cloud services are something that I usually stay away from, just given the input latency, especially if I'm playing online or something like that. You will get pretty much destroyed immediately. You definitely want to minimize that input latency, but if you're just playing single player, I mean, you can still have a good time with it. And finally, Starfield. I've played this quite a bit on PC, never really got past much on Xbox, but I did have to play through just a little bit here. Not horrible, but this is one of those games that is running at 30, and yeah, I don't think it's just my imagination. I really do think that, having a 60 FPS game does make it feel much better using cloud gaming. I know there's a lot of people out there that aren't into cloud gaming because basically we don't own the real hardware, we don't own the game. You're actually just paying the company to use their servers. But I've been with the Xbox cloud gaming thing since it was released. I personally do use it on my phone, so since I've got the subscription, I figured I'd go ahead and test it out over here. Overall, this actually worked out much better than I thought it would, and I'm really glad that we've got that full TV interface here. I was hoping they just weren't going to, let us sideload the phone app on there. So yeah, I mean, we've got the TV interface here. With a decent connection, you can actually get some pretty good performance, but would I choose this over a real console or PC? Of course not, but there are people out there that wouldn't mind having something like this set up. So if you're interested in getting this running on your Amazon Fire TV stick, it is available right now. And if you don't have one, I'll leave some links in the description. Prime Day is coming, and I'm pretty sure we'll see at least, $15, $20 discount on this. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. I really appreciate you watching. If you've got any questions, let me know down below. And like always, thanks for watching.